Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Long time no see, but if you are new to this channel, my name is Kai. I am the host here of the Crochet Corner podcast here on YouTube. If you are a returning subscriber, hi guys, I'm back. Well, anyways, so I know the big elephant in the room, this whole pandemic thing, but I have been basically being as crafty as I can be. So I want to get right into it. Yeah, guys, I've just been chilling. Vegas is not making any progress at all, and we have a lot of the people who don't want to wear masks here. So yeah, I've been working from home. I don't really go out. I mean, I never really went out too much before, but I really am not doing that so much now, except for, of course, like going to the store. But I really don't want to make this all about the pandemic now. There's some things I want to update you guys on. And showing some things that I've been crafting. So first, let's start with what I'm drinking. So I am not a huge coffee drinker, but I didn't have tea, but I really wanted something like hot. So I just popped a K-cup into my Keurig. It is a Green Mountain breakfast roast. I can see the box right there. And then I just have some creamer in there. Let's see what kind of creamer. I like this desk because it's right next to everything. It is International Delight Caramel Macchiato. So that is what I have in my coffee cup. And I am drinking it out of my Starbucks mug. I got this at Walmart. So let's take a sip. It's good, y'all. So, if you don't know, I'm coming to you from the sunny Las Vegas. Hold on, give me one sec. Oops, sorry. Okay, I forgot to plug this into the microphone, just so I can check the levels, because usually, like, my laptop was dying, and usually if I have this plugged in with the microphone, it makes like this crazy sound. So I just want to check. So far, so good. It sounds like it's okay. But anyway, guys, so I would say I have a good amount of stuff to show. There is some things that I crocheted that I've already given away. I have pictures. I keep looking here because my laptop is right here, but the camera's here. Sorry. There are some things that I have crocheted that I have given away. That I have pictures of that stuff on my Instagram. And then there is some stuff that, of course, I've been working on here. So I have not done too much crocheting. Aside from like in the beginning when the pandemic first started, I was selling some crochet tops, but I'm not so much doing that anymore. But I have been knitting. Now, I don't know what's gotten into me. I just got on this really big knitting kick. So basically all of the things I don't have any finished. I have a half finished object, and then a bunch of them are just works in progresses. So with that being said, I don't have really any crochet to show you guys. It's just all been knitting stuff, because what happened was my room is small, and since I'm working from home, I had to fit a desk and monitors and computers and all things like that in here. So I had to pack up all the yarn that I had out. I basically had to pack it all up. So I didn't have any of my yarn out, and it's all in these tubs, and it's like 15 tubs stacked all the way to the ceiling of the garage. And I am definitely not going to go in there and get that. So I had some knitting projects that I started. So I've just been working on those things. As you guys know, like, I'm not a predominant knitter. I really don't knit that well, but I just wanted to give it a try. So with that, I have some socks on the needles. and I have some shawls to show you. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get right into that, and then it's not just knitting today. I also have some other things that I've been doing that I want to show you guys after that. So I am going to start with my finished object because you guys are no stranger to this, and I am, hold on, let me grab the bag. I am super proud of myself, and you guys will be proud of me too, especially because I kept the band. So if you guys can remember my green socks that I've been knitting out of West Yorkshire Spinners yarn, I don't know what the colorway is. It just says a lot number, a die number. But yes, I have been knitting socks out of these, and I showed you guys the last time I had one completed sock. Well, your girl got two, y'all. I got two. So I am just so happy to have these two socks done. I'm gonna do an afterthought heel in this, so it's just right now it's just a tube sock, and then I did some ribbing. So let's talk about the sock construction before I get into the details of whoa. So this sock is knit on size 2.25 millimeter needles. They are the Chalgu red lace circular needles with a cord that is, I believe it's a 24 inch cord. I did the magic loop method with a Turkish cast on, and I basically knit all the way up, and then I did a 2x2 rib, and then Genie's surprisingly stretchy bind off. Well, if you see here, this is the first sock. You see that? And this is the second one. So what happened was I knit the first sock. I believe I cast it on, my original cast on was 8 stitches, and then I increased to 32. So this does not fit me. It is too small. I am going to be giving this away to my grandma. I'm going to finish it up, put the heel in there and send it to her. But this is too small. And I knit this almost 2 years ago. So I started this 2 years ago, so I didn't remember how much I cast it on. So when I did the second sock, I cast it on 10 stitches for the toe. And then, of course, I increased to the 32. This fits me perfectly. So, but I told my grandma, I was like, they're not a perfect fit. One of them's going to be bigger than the other. And she still wants them. So I'm still going to send them to her because I don't, I can't use them. One of them doesn't fit at all and the other one fits. And I am not going to reknit another sock and just have like 3 random socks. No. So I'm going to put the heel in there and send it off to my grandma. I'm going to do an afterthought heel. The thing with that is that I haven't done the heel yet because I'm having troubles picking up the stitches. When I first did the afterthought heel, sorry, hold on guys, I want some water. Oh yeah. This is so good. Strawberry lemon. It's just water with strawberries and lemons in it. It's really good. Oh yeah, that's good, y'all. When I first ever did the afterthought heel, I don't know. I think I picked up the stitches pretty well. I made a mistake on the last one where I had went down a row and cut the yarn, but I fixed it. No problem. For some reason, when I was trying to pick up the stitches for this, when I was trying to put the heel in, I just couldn't do it. So I contemplated whether I wanted to just leave it as a tube sock. But I really want to put really want to put a heel in here because I have this really beautiful, I'll show you guys a bit later, cream white color. And I think that it would be really pretty with the green to put that in there. So, guys, I just basically been procrastinating, but my grandma's birthday is in about, what's today's date? 3 or 4 days. So I really wanted to get these sent out to her before her birthday, but that's not gonna happen. And with that, I've decided that I no longer really want to do the afterthought heel. So I've been doing some research on how to do the heel flap and gusset, which cuff down. There's many tutorials and things on that. I can't read knitting patterns. It looks like a bunch of mumbo jumbo to me. So that's something I definitely have to work on. But trying to find a toe up heel flap and gusset tutorial that's not confusing has been really difficult. So Guys, I've just been procrastinating with putting this afterthought heel in there, but I'm definitely gonna probably switch up my style to do heel flap and gusset so that I don't have to cut the yarn, pick up stitches. Like, I don't want to do that, y'all. I already crochet I already knit slow enough, and I really don't want to like add on to, just add on to my struggle. So I definitely am going to probably after this not do the afterthought heel anymore. Because the cutting, the picking up, no, it was cute and it was fun the first time I did it, but I can't do it. So that is these socks. I'm very, very proud of them. Definitely going to pay more attention when I am ready to do another pair so that I can get the exact size. Now, I don't care about matchy. I just got lucky. Like, the toes are different, but for the most part, like, the stripes and stuff all line up perfectly. But I don't care for matchy. Like, it's going to be what it's going to be, because I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to cut yarn just to get no. We just going to crochet. We're going to knit how it's going to knit up. And this is how much I have left. I forgot, hold on, how much was originally in there. Let's see. I'm trying to make sure I keep the ball band because I love this yarn. And I want to order more from them. This was a gift from Shirley Knits. 123. But yeah, I keep this because I really want to order from them again, because man, I love the yarn. It works up so fast. The only thing is splits really easy, but I think that was partly my fault because I just be like doing it, I don't be paying attention. But this was how many grams? Yards is 4-ply. Let's see. Oh, it was 437 yards or 400 millimeters. So it's a lot of yarn. I think I could get another, like maybe a smaller pair of socks out of this. Probably not an adult size, but definitely a smaller pair. And this was West Yorkshire Spinners. In there, it's 75% wool, 25% nylon, and 35% BFL. Love this yarn, so I'm definitely going to be getting me some more of this. And I love the striping. Oh, the sun's kind of washing it out. It's a little bit darker than that, but I love everything about that yarn, and I'm definitely going to be ordering some more from them. I gotta get you some strawberry lemon water. It's bomb. So the next thing that's been on my needles, well, this is a work in progress. I have 2 shawls. They're the exact same design. It's just the yarn weight is different. So back when I was in college at Grand Canyon University, when I really got into crochet, to knitting, like I wanted to knit like something really cozy and all of that, I took black and I took blue yarn from Red Heart, and I wound it together in this big ball. Now I've had this for like over 5 years, guys, but I wound it into this big ball, and I was working on a cowl because it was when I first got these stupid boy circular needles. Like, they're horrible needles. Okay, really stiff cord. I was working a cowl in the round, but it was too big, so I ended up ripping it out, and I've had this ball of yarn just floating in the space for years. So I decided I found, since I really wanted to get into shawl knitting, I found this really cool pattern where it turns into a triangle and you just increase by 1 stitch in the beginning of the row, and then you of course knit across, knit back. So I started doing that, and this is what I have so far. It starts off at the bottom, and then I use just a piece of the black yarn to like mark where my increase row is, so I don't accidentally increase on the wrong side. But because of I love how airy it is, that's why I chose these needles. I got these from Hobby Lobby. They are a US size 19 or 15 millimeter needles, and I chose these big needles because 1, I have 2 strands held together, and 2, I really wanted a it's going to be big. So I imagine, sorry, I keep looking right there. But I was saying, so I imagine it's going to be kind of heavy. So I really wanted to get some really big stitches, and you can see that, like, it's just plain garter stitch. So yeah, I've really enjoyed working on this. I started this one first, and then I was like, I kind of want one, because this is like if you're at home, you know, you wouldn't really wear this one out. This is more like you're at home and you're just chilling type thing. So I decided that I wanted one that I could style and dress out. So I started making another one with a smaller yarn, but it's the exact same. But I really enjoy this pattern. The only thing is that I guess because the cord was like wound like that, it does this. I need to stop looking over there. It does this. So it has been a little tedious, I'm not gonna lie, working on this, but I promise you guys, I really enjoy this pattern. And then the lady, I got it off of YouTube. The lady off of YouTube said that the more you keep increasing, the more it's gonna work out to be a triangle, because I really want a nice triangle shawl. And I'm just gonna use all of this. I'm just gonna use the whole entire ball and grow it as big as the ball allows, and go from there. So it might be a shawlette, it might be a full-blown shawl, I don't know. But yeah, that is that one. And then I have it here, the second one that I started. I took this one camping with me. More about my camping trip after. But yeah, this is made in Lion Brand Mandala. And, oh, okay, cool. The colorway for this one is called, if I can find it, it's called Genie. So that is this one, Lion Brand Mandala Genie. And this is what it's supposed to look like when you work it up. Perfect. So I freaking love this color. Like, it's so pretty. I definitely can see me having a shawl with this color. And so I just started I'm tangled. I started the process the exact same, except for I did, for the first time in my whole life, a long tail cast on, and I overestimated how much string I would need. So now I have this ridiculously long tail. But yeah, it's so beautiful, and it definitely is works up really quickly, even on these needles. And these are a US size 11 8mm. Let me tell you the story about these. So every time I wanted to make a shawl, like even when I did Lion Brand shawl in a ball, those ones I crochet, like the one for my mom and for my grandma, they recommended these. So I have purchased this exact same pair of knitting needles a total of, I believe, 3 times. I think this is the 3rd pair. Do I know where the other 2 are? No, not at all. But I know where this one is, so that's a good thing. So this is just basically what I've been working on. These shawls, I've been alternating between the socks and the shawls. Just keeping myself busy, because like I said, I really haven't done too much crocheting. I haven't really been in the mood to crochet, which is really weird, because I always want to crochet, but nothing like crochet wise has caught my fancy. I think I'm just going through a mood right now. But yeah, but I've just been, knitting has really been like on my mind heavy. So that's just what I've been doing, you know. I don't want to force myself to crochet just because I feel like I need to. But yeah, that is my 2 shawls. I am going to be working on them. Hopefully I can have them done by the end of the year, but don't quote me on that, because yeah, but I'll definitely keep you guys updated. Oh, but I'm glad I am getting into stitch markers. Usually I just don't care for stitch markers, but I want to track my progress. So I'm actually, while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to put a little stitch marker on here so that I can keep track of my knitting, like my progress, so that, because what happens is I get bummed out easily. Like, I'm definitely an instant gratification type person, and when I don't see like the progress, I'll stop doing it. So if I put this stitch marker on here, it'll work as a progress keeper, and then I will know for sure about my progress. So that's why I just put it right there. That's going to be our progress keeper. So stay tuned. I am going to try, especially because I work from home, and lately the call volume at my job, because I work at a call center now, has been really low. So I am hoping that I want to at least dedicate, I am going to do 20 minutes per project. I think I can do that because 20 minutes is about my max for knitting. So if I can dedicate 20 minutes a day per project, then I can definitely, you know, knock some of these out. So, and then another one of my goals is, because I really want to get into sewing as well. Like, I just want to do all the stuff. I want to make myself project bags, because I either have stuff in Ziploc bags or I have them in Walmart bags. And I really want to start getting my stuff out of those bags. Basically. Oh no, the yarn. It's okay, I'll pick it up later. So that is that one, that. Oh, and these stitch markers I got from Hobby Lobby. They're really cute and really convenient. I shop at Hobby Lobby a lot. We'll talk about that later. Okay. So, oh, ASMR. I'm just kidding. So next is some more. I'm still within my works in progress. So after, because the green socks I knit one at a time on a 2.25 millimeter knitting needle with a all my socks are constructed the same. I basically learned it that one way, but I do want to talk about something different that I learned from this awesome lady on YouTube. I'm so sorry, I forgot her name, but if I find the video, I will definitely put it down below for all my beginning sock knitters, because she is the bomb.com. It's actually two ladies. One of them I do remember. Her name is Happee Knits. And then the other lady I forgot, because I had just watched her video like yesterday. So I was working, I was working the green socks on this. This is it's a size, I think it's a size 1, but don't quote me on that because I don't know. It could be a 2, it could be a 5, I don't know, but I'm a believing it's a size 1. And this is a 24-inch cord. And so I just knit them one at a time. So after I cast off the green ones, I put these pink ones on. And this yarn is called Wool Free by Premier Yarns. It's I don't think it's a striping, but it's very pretty. This is what it looks like. Let me see if I can focus. It's definitely much lighter than that. I don't know. It looks kind of true to color to me, but I don't know the colorway name. Sorry. My bad. But it's from Premier Yarns. It's called Wool Free. It's an acrylic yarn. It's sock yarn. It says it on the packaging. It says Wool Free sock yarn. It's acrylic with PBT in it. Don't know what that is either, but that's what gives it that elasticity and makes it good for socks. And I know some people are allergic to wool. Well, I have this. The reason why I lost the ball band and why it's in 2 different cakes is because I was trying to attempt 2 at a time knitting with this. It didn't work out, so I just did them 1 at a time. And so I had these caked up and wound up for a long time. So what I did was I just left it in the bag with some needles, and I was like, we'll worry about that later. But I finally cast these on. I'm making them for myself, and what I'm doing is, you see I'm putting these little things on there for my progress. I started these yesterday, guys. I started these as soon as I cast the second sock of this off. I casted this on. So this time I wrote down what I did. I did a Turkish cast on, but I did 14 stitches across to give myself a wider toe. And then for the green socks, I did a make one left, make one right increase. That was too much for me. Didn't like it. So for this one, and that's why this not Happee Knits, but the second lady, I'm gonna find her info. She showed me how to do my increases with yarn overs. And I like that so much better because it helps me keep track of my increase rows. Because before I couldn't really tell if I had increase, so I was just doing any and everything at that point. And like I said, I like to sabotage myself. So instead of putting like stitch markers and stuff when I was making the green socks, I was just doing whatever I was finna do. I don't recommend that. If you are a first time knitter, use stitch markers, use progress keepers, keep track of your rows, write stuff down because you're not going to remember. Don't lie to yourself and say you're going to remember because you're not. I'm living proof. So with this one, whenever you do, because you know you alternate your increases. So whenever I came up on a row, an increase row, and it was time for me to just knit across, oh my gosh, it was so easy because yarn overs are super easy to see. And then I really, really, really like that. And I'm so grateful to her. I subscribe to her channel because she is the GOAT, the greatest of all time. I'm just really appreciative that I found that because that just made the knitting process so much easier for me. I'm on my phone because I'm finna find this lady, y'all. I want y'all to know who she is. She showed me how to do so Happee Knits, she is the one where I learned how to do the Turkish cast on anyways, so I'm really appreciative of her too. And then this other lady is the one that showed me how to do the yarn overs, so I'm gonna find her page. Because if anybody else first time knitting is first time, not even first time knitting, but first time making socks, I really highly recommend her video because it was really clear, cut to the point. Hey guys, Allison here. Oh, here she go. Wait, is this her? Yeah, it's her. I found her. So her name is Allison. She is with Lofty Loop Yarns, and her video says how I knit my toe up socks, magic loop method, and Turkish cast on for beginners. Definitely beginner friendly, and I highly oops, it's an ad, y'all. I'm trying to show her your video, show the video, but YouTube ads. Okay. I highly recommend. This is her. So guys, I will leave her information definitely in the description box, her and Happee Knits, for anybody who is a first time knitter, so that you guys can watch those tutorials and you can bust out some knitted socks, y'all, because they are the bomb.com. Okay, but anyways, more about this. So once I learned how to do the yarn over increase instead of that knit front, back, sideways, this just flew. So I think I would be a little bit more farther if I wasn't working on other stuff, but it's okay. So what I did is another issue that I had, because you know your girl just does not care for marking things, keeping her progress. I needed to differentiate the front from the back. So instead of like being normal and like maybe just putting a little stitch marker there, I decided to do a 2x2 rib in the front. If you guys can see that. Sorry, I'm like completely washed out. It's just all this beautiful sunlight ain't doing me no good. So I just did a 2x2 rib to differentiate the front from the back. And honestly, I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it, but I freaking love it. I think it is so cute. I wish that I had some more a different color of this wool free sock yarn from Premier Yarns, because I really wanted to do a different toe color, maybe black, or I wanted to do like a pink or a white. But I found their website, so I will be ordering some. They have solid colors, so for my next sock, I will definitely order some more. So that's how I'm differentiating the front and the back, because Happee Knits also in her tutorial shows you how to do what's called the Fleagle heel. I've talked about the Fleagle heel already on my channel. If you look at one of our Let's Talk videos, I already have it set up where I explained the Fleagle heel and how I liked it. I got obsessed with the afterthought heel because I just thought it was so cool that you don't have to stop knitting. You could just keep knitting and then cutting the yarn, but that's no longer me. So I am going to be doing the Fleagle heel with these socks. So I needed to make sure that I could tell what is my front side from my back side. So that's the number one reason why I did that pattern. And then also I really wanted to, I just wanted something, I just didn't want to do plain stockinette. Like I'm definitely not like ready for like more different type of patterns. I think that like once I get better at knitting and reading knitting patterns, I will definitely for sure actually start doing maybe some color work or like different types of stitches so that I can get different patterns. So that is definitely my goal. I really want to get better at knitting so that I can do some different things because I'm really enjoying it. I really am. I didn't think that I would enjoy knitting as much as I am because, you know, you guys know me for sure. You know, I like crochet. I really only learned how to knit so that I could make socks. But now I'm finding myself wanting to knit different things. You know, I definitely like crocheting sweaters. Like I don't know if I want to get into like knitting sweaters and stuff like that. I don't think I have the capacity to do that, but definitely shawls, socks, maybe even some mittens, you know. But yep, that's pretty much where I am. So I'm just doing my front row. Let's see, I thought my camera would catch it. I just want to work on, I just want to make sure that I get everything right because I was really hurt when that one sock came out too big. And by the time I noticed it was too big, I was too far like into the sock. And I really don't like frogging because, especially knitting, crochet, I'll rip back, you know, all the way back because it's easy to start over again. But with knitting, you have to worry about drop stitches and stuff like that. So 9 times out of 10, I just leave it as is. Like if I mess up, if it's something that I can cover up, I'll definitely do that. But like if it's not, I'll try my hardest to rip it back or I'll just take it all apart. Frogging with knitting, because I don't like picking up stitches. I watched a tutorial on how this one lady, she showed how you pick up the stitches and then you can safely frog, or like even inserting what they call waste yarn so that you have sort of like a checkpoint. If you mess up, you can just frog back to your checkpoint and then nothing will happen. Well, I'm not doing that, guys. I'm really like, when it comes to knitting, because I feel like there's just so much more room for error and things like that I just don't even like dealing with the complicatedness of it. But it's definitely something I want to learn so that, you know, if I was to come across those mistakes, I won't feel so like down and out about it. I'll be more inclined to fix it than just be like, I'll never work on this again, because honestly that's what I do. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, these socks have been so fun to knit on. I'm going to do a separate video on the actual yarn because it's different. I don't know if you guys have ever worked with this type of yarn before. The way it feels, the way it knits, it's definitely different, and I'll definitely do a review on it in our next Let's Talk video. So I just did a quick little row. So that is I call them my berry socks, because they remind me of like raspberries and things like that. And so yeah, and I'm really proud of them. I really like them. I can't wait till I can wear them. I'm taking my time. I'm not going to stress myself out about it, because that's what happened with the green socks. So I just stopped working on them altogether. So that is my berry socks. If I can find the colorway, guys, I'll go ahead and put it in the description below. That's where the podcast notes will be about everything. I just keep it in that. That's why I say I need project bags. I be keeping stuff in baggies. All right, I talked about that for a very long time. Sorry. So my last thing that I have on my needles is another pair of socks. But this time, I am, sorry, ooh, ASMR. I am doing 2 at a time knitting on, it's the same, it's a 2.25 needles. It's Chow Goo, and it's a 40-inch cord. I'm making some socks for my nephew, Abel. Guys, they are so cute, and I'm doing 2 at a time knitting. So I'm going to show you guys this, explain everything that I did for the socks, and then I'm going to talk to you about 2 at a time knitting. Okay? And this is for my beginner sock knitters, because you guys, I'm going to let you know, and I think I want to go in more detail in a different video, but I'll talk about it briefly here. So first, let's talk about our yarn and our sock construction. So for the yarn, I am using Patons Kroy. Shoot. Let me find because I don't have the ball band for the blue ones, but I have the ball band for, oh, is this the blue one? Wait. Yay! Y'all would be so proud of me. Look at this. Okay. So we're using Patons Kroy socks. It is a 4-ply, 50 gram per ball. And what is it made of? It is 75% washable wool and 25% nylon. And what else does it say? It doesn't say anything else, but this is the ball band. All right, Jojo. Shh. Let me put that in the bag. You hear the dogs? Okay, Joy, I'm finna let you out. You messed up my video. Bye. Okay. This is what it looks like. Oh, and the colorway is Singing the Blues Stripes, Patons Kroy. This is my all-time favorite Patons Kroy yarn colorway. I've seen a lot of them. This is the best. You guys know I knit my first ever socks out of that Patons Kroy. I used this color, and then I also used this brown color, which is called New Spirit. Oh, sorry. It's called Paper Journal. So I knit that out of these two. Oh, this is Bernat. Well, this is Bernat, but the blue one is Patons Kroy. And I knit my first ever pair of socks out of those two. So you guys know, I love that. And the Singing the Blue Stripes is by far their best colorway. They need a Singing the Pink Stripes because Patons Kroy is popping with their colors. I'm not going to lie. So this is what my socks look like. This is the back. They're so tiny. Okay, and then this is the front. So for these baby socks, I'm actually following a pattern. Let me pull it up on my phone. It's a free pattern off of Ravelry that shows you how to make socks for little baby feet. It says easy toe up baby toddler socks 2 at a time, magic loop. So what you do is, wait, let me see who is by. It doesn't say. I don't want to click out of the PDF. Oh, why doesn't it have? It's some lady off of Ravelry. If I find her information, I'll definitely put in the description box where you can find the pattern. So what you do is you cast on 12 stitches and you increase to 24. After you do your toe increases, depending on the length of the baby's foot, and she puts such detail in here, guys. So you measure. She has a whole chart. So she says if they're between, so he's about 12 to 18 months because he'll be 2 in October. So the sock foot length for him, 18 to 24 months, is about 5 to 5.25 inches. And then it says here that you start the heel. She even gives you like where you would start the heel. So when you measure the sock from toe on up, she even says like start your heel at about 4.25 inches for Oh, is it gonna focus? There you go. That chart is such a lifesaver because my nephew, he not finna sit around and let me measure his foot. So I'm just going off of his age and also off of the chart. And so with that, what I chose to do, because like I told you at the time when I started this, I didn't have any stitch markers, and I really liked the way the 2x2 rib looked on my sock. So instead of 2x2 rib, I did a 4x4 rib on this sock. I honestly hated it. I still don't kind of like it. I wish I had it did 2x2, but you know, I'm already this far up the sock, so I'm just going to keep going. I'm not going to rip it back and restart. And I'm also doing the Fleegle heel. So right now I am in the process of doing the heel increases, and with the, so that's why it's kind of like a V-ing out like that. I am in the middle of doing the heel increases. So with the heel increases, you increase to the total amount of stitches minus 2. So I have 24 stitches on each thing. So that's a total of 48 stitches, subtract 2, 46. So I have to increase to 46 stitches in the back, and then I can proceed with turning the heel. I don't know, y'all. I'm still watching Happee Knits video. She's showing me how to do the Fleegle heel. So I just been doing the increases, and then I'm going to refer back to her video for the rest of the instructions. But yeah, this has been, my hand hurts first of all, but this has been the most daunting one because it's 2 at a time. I'm really used to knitting 1 at a time, but I cannot complain because what I like seeing is the fact that like I'm this far with 2 socks. I definitely have second sock syndrome. Like I will finish it, but it'll take me a long time if I have to do it 1 at a time. So I'm actually pretty thankful for 2 at a time. I don't think that I could do 2 at a time on adult socks. Like I tried it before with the pink socks, and it was just, the beginning is so freaking fiddly that it irks my soul. So, but I mean, it was even worse doing smaller socks. But as I started growing it and getting bigger, I'm getting the hang of it. So I think that for the time being, I'm going to do smaller kids socks on 2 at a time. I think I can manage that. I don't think I can do 2 at a time for big people feet. But what I'm definitely gonna do for sure, how did this stitch marker get down here? Hold on. I am going to keep practicing, because I know that if I keep practicing, it's just gonna get easier and easier from there. So I have been making steady pace, guys, and so far it has been very rewarding and paying off. I am almost done with my increasing. I think I'm at about 38 stitches. Let me check. Let's see. Yeah, because I just did an increase row. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 32, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, so I'm at 38 stitches now. I have a couple more rows to go, and because you're not increasing on every row, you're increasing every other row, so that is kind of what takes the most time. And then I have to do my purling in the front. I don't really mind purling. I know a lot of people hate it, but then I've never purled on a large scale before, so I don't necessarily know if I don't mind it because I haven't done it like that, or if it just really doesn't bother me. But yeah, that is my socks for my nephew on 2 at a time. I also have a request for socks from my cousin Sophia, who lives out in Illinois. So I'm going to, and she wears a size 2. She's 7 years old, size 2 in kids. So I can't imagine that it'll be too much for me to do. But I'll definitely do her socks 2 at a time, because it does feel kind of nice to be finished with them at the same time. Like all in one go, instead of having to like bind off and do all of that. And I will let you guys know how the Fleegle heel goes on this once they are completed. So maybe next week I'll have a finished object, because I think I can finish these today. I hope. I'm gonna try. We'll see. But yeah, so that is in Singing the Stripes Blues. I have 2 separate balls. I keep them in 2 different bags because they've been all crisscrossed. And it's easy for me, like when they get tangled, to just like throw the bag and like untangle it. But when I haven't figured out yet how to store it with 2 separate bags, but you know, that's neither here nor there. For right now, I'm working on it, and I really plan on finishing them today. It is 9:22, so I do really plan on finishing them today. So I'm not too worried about how to store them correctly. So that is all of my works in progresses. I also think that I'm going to try my hardest to get the heels on those green socks. I really don't want to, but I'm going to do it because I don't want to send her tube socks. I really don't. I really want her to have like proper socks. So I think I'm going to sit here at my desk and really, really try my hardest to get that taken care of, so that I can get those sent off to her. The next thing that I wanted to share, what else I have been, is it technically what I've been working on? I wouldn't really call it what I've been working on, but something else that I've gotten into was wax sealing. And, I'll talk about the wax seal later. I actually want to talk about the lip balm kit. So, I have gotten into making my own lip balms, body scrubs, and all of that, because eventually I do want to start offering those things to sell. So I have a pile of chapstick that I made. My mom used to make soap, so all of the ingredients that I needed she already had. And so what I got from Hobby Lobby is I got this, so you can put the lip balm tubes in there, and then they came with like a pack of 12 tubes. So that has been something I've really been doing, was making natural products. I have so far just made these. I used a little bit of peppermint essential oil that's safe for the lips to just offer like a light scent. I didn't want anything too heavy on it. And it smells so good. And I've definitely been testing recipes. What ended up happening is that when it got too hot, it got gritty. So these ones are fine. The personal one that I used got gritty, because of course I'm taking it with me. So these ones, I'm trying to find a way to combat that, because if I want to offer those to sell, I don't want them to look gritty. So this was my leftovers. I'm trying to see if maybe you can see the texture. Hold on. Drop the lid. Okay. I'm trying to see if maybe you could see the texture. Yeah. You see how it's grainy? It definitely, once you like apply it and it warms up on your finger, it does not apply gritty. It just looks like that. And I know that can be kind of unappealing. So I've really been doing some research on how to combat that before I start offering it to sell. If you guys have ever made your own lip balms and had that problem and found a solution, please leave that in the comments below. I am definitely open to all suggestions. I really want to be getting those products out. I really, and I want them to come out right, you know. I don't want it to be gritty. It is extremely moisturizing. I'm also looking into alternative waxes. I know a lot of people aren't too keen on beeswax. For me, my mom has this whole brick of beeswax. So I use beeswax, peppermint essential oil, coconut oil. I use shea butter and then jojoba oil. And it came out perfect. The consistency, the way it feels, it's so super moisturizing. So I definitely have my ingredients. I would like to change out the beeswax to a vegan wax, so that the product can definitely be accessible to everyone. And then I also want to make sure that I can figure out how to combat the grittiness, like if it was to melt a little bit and re-solidify. So I've been doing that. I've also been making body scrubs. I've been using some Epsom salt to do so. And I'm looking into an alternative oil, because I used coconut oil and it just left like a greasy film on the skin, and I don't really like that. I definitely felt really moisturized and soft, but it felt greasy. So I've been doing some research into that to see which type of oil is best to not leave that greasy feeling on the skin. So my main goal is I really want to be an entrepreneur. I really want to get back into YouTube, and I want to basically be on my own terms as far as, you know, financial independence, you know, because this pandemic, it really scared me. It really showed how some of these corporations really don't care for their employees. Now, was extremely lucky and I'm able to still work, but still, if something like this was to happen again, I really wouldn't want to be dependent on a company to take care of me. So that's basically everything that I've been doing since we've been on lockdown, and dealing with this situation, but more about that later. What else? Oh, so I got into, well, it started off with a Facebook ad. So my mom and I saw this Facebook ad for this wax sealing company. It's called AMZ Deco. I will leave their website in the description below. And they do custom wax sealing sets. And so I ordered one for the Crochet Co., which is, of course, you guys know that's me. The Crochet Company, or the Crochet Corner. And guys, it's so pretty. So I got a 30mm head, so it's slightly bigger than the standard. And it says the Crochet Company on it. It has my logo. Sorry guys, it's not gonna focus, but just know it's there. And I got it in the color rose gold. Awesome. And I love it so much. It's beautiful. It's extremely heavy. And so me and my friend Michaela, we wrote some letters to ourselves to open on August 8th of 2021. In those letters, we outlined where we are now in our financial situation and like our goals in general, like what we're doing now. And then we also outlined where we would like to be. And so next year, August 8th, 2021, we're going to open our letters and see if there has been any significant changes. And this is what it looks like in the box that it came in. Oh, don't fall out. Really pretty. And then you also have the option of just getting this, or it comes with a kit. So I paid for the premium kit that came with the, it came with a jar of wax pellets. Really nice. And then all I did is just bought like little tea lights and like a little tea light holder, and then that's what I used to melt the wax in the spoon. But here is my letter to me. Oh wait, let me scooch over. There we go. It says 8/8/21, and then here's the seal. I did 2 colors. And then I also have when I went to Florida last year, when we went to the Harry Potter world, I got this wax set. And so you can see I used that. And then this is like the little samples of, like, we were just messing around at that point. Yeah. So that is pretty much everything. Oh, this one was really pretty, but I didn't put enough wax, so I kind of messed it up. I like that one too. The colors are very beautiful. So that's pretty much what I've been up to. And I bought a sketchbook because that's what we're using the paper for, this sketchbook, because the paper is thicker, so the wax like adhered to it better. I mean, that could just be me, but that's kind of what I was thinking. But yeah, that's pretty much everything that I've gotten on my needles, things that I finished. Like I said, I haven't really been crocheting that much. I don't know when I'm going to get my Crojo back, but for right now, I've just been doing other things and knitting. I also wanted to show off some things that I purchased from Hobby Lobby. First, foremost, I want to say I do not support how the owner of Hobby Lobby basically handled the situation with the pandemic. It was just horrible. Definitely should have looked out for his employees. And for anybody who was affected by that, you know, my deepest condolences. And I struggle with it a lot every time I go there because I really, really don't want to somebody like that don't want to put no money in their pockets. But what's hard for me is that when it's something that I need easily accessible, Hobby Lobby just has it. And it really is a struggle for me. It really is. But they just have everything I need. Like, if I could go get it from Walmart, I would definitely go get it from Walmart. But for some reason, Walmart never has good quality stuff. I do not like the Boyd brand of anything. Well, their crochet hooks are fine. I don't like the Boyd brand because it's cheap. I bought some stitch markers from them and they broke. Like, you know, I don't prefer to purchase their stuff. I'm all for affordable. And it was definitely what I could afford back in the day, but I'm doing a little bit better now, and I definitely want to invest in quality items that are going to last me longer, and I don't have to keep going back to the store to replace them. So that is one reason why I don't, when I want something like knitting needles, even sometimes yarn, because Hobby Lobby they have I don't have to order like wool and stuff from online. They have it right there in store, and I can feel it. I can see it, the color. So that's the main reason why I still shop at Hobby Lobby. It's definitely still not excusable, but at this point, I'm not going to change that. I just wanted to put that out there. I am aware of the owner of Hobby Lobby and what he does, but that's just something that I have to deal with internally. So with that being said, I would like to show you guys what I got from Hobby Lobby. I went shopping yesterday. So first, you've already seen these, but I got this pack of stitch markers because I'm going to be a good girl. If I'm going to be knitting, I'm definitely going to be making sure I'm marking and paying attention so that I don't get lopsided socks. Socks are too big, socks are too small. So I've gotten this. I also purchased this. This is interchangeable knitting needles from Knitter's Pride. It goes from size 4 all the way to size 11. And that is in US terms, I believe. And it comes with 3 different cords. Wait, I think there's 4. No. There's 3. Well, let's just take them out and find out. Okay. It comes with these little things. I think they're for like when you take the needles off and you put this on to protect your work. I don't know. You guys let me know. That's my understanding of them. So it comes with this size cord. And then it comes with this. Okay, let me see. Why is there like 15 cords wrapped around each other? Oh, so it comes with 16. Oh, wait. I threw it away. Oh, here it is. I might have to keep this. Yeah, I was trying to throw it away, but I'm gonna have to keep this. So it comes with 9 knitting needle tips ranging from size 4 to 11. It comes with 4 cords. Sorry, y'all. Let me throw this away. Okay, it comes with 4 cords. A 24-inch cord, 32. Well, there's 2 32 and then a 40-inch cord. So this is the 2 32 inches. They just wrapped them up together. This is the 30. This is the 24. And then what is this? This is the baby one. I don't know. I don't know what this is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they just gave me an extra one, I guess. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait, no, I'm wrong. This is the 40. Oops. This is the 40-inch. This is the 30. And this is the 24. I messed up. So they actually gave me 2 40 inches, not 2 30 inches. Girl, I don't know. It's okay. Yeah, and then I got this because I definitely want to be able to have more things on my needle right now. And these were all gifts from Shirley Knits 123. I have 2 40-inch cords and then 1 32. The 32 is what my pink socks are on. The 40 has my has the baby socks on there. And then where's the other one? Yes? I'm filming. Come say hi. You want to also ask if you want to go store with me? You going right now? When are you done filming? I'm almost done. Okay. Yeah, when you're done, just come grab me. I'm going to leave this in there. I hope you know that. Okay. This is my sister. She don't want to. You see her hand? We did a video together like years ago. Years ago. It's been a long time. Yeah. I lost weight since then. So me too. Hey, okay, good. Get some skin tea. Right. But I'm almost done. Okay, I'm gonna go get dressed. All right. That was my sister. I don't know where the other one is at. I think it's in my drawer. That's neither here nor there. And hi, Bella. My dog. So next is some yarny goodness. I have well, one of them I already had purchased like years ago, but then I bought a nice little color because I want to get into doing color work. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. And then I also want to get into doing like all different heels, toes, and cuffs. So starting with the one I already had is this Patons Kroy, because like I love them and their colors. This is called Turquoise Stripes. I can't wait to knit this up. And because I was thinking about it, like alternating, because their stripes are just phenomenal, I got this Patons Kroy in the muslin colorway. So it's not white, it's more of a cream. And I plan on using this for heels, toes, and cuffs for this. And then also I was like, let's do something like plain, or I can do some stripes. I also got this Patons Kroy and Flax because I thought it was really, really nice neutral color. So these they're not all going to go together, but this muslin color is definitely going to go with these two when I get ready for that. And then I also, because I didn't know, I actually discovered that they carry like merino wool. They carry, well, I think it's the same. Merino wool is the same thing. But they carry different types of wool at Hobby Lobby. I had no idea. So I got this, says must be merino Aran in blush peach from the Yarn Bee. And I really do. I've reviewed Yarn Bee yarns on my channel all the time. I really like their yarn. This is, let's get some deets on this. This is 50% merino wool, 25% acrylic, and 25% nylon. So it does have a good amount of wool in it. It was $5.99, so it better. But yeah, a ball. I didn't know that it had acrylic in it, but that should be okay, because the merino in it, if like it stretches out, it's gonna tighten back up when you wash it. And then I got the same thing. It's the same brand, must be merino Aran in white. So yeah, 50% merino wool, 25% acrylic, and 25% nylon. So with these ones, I was planning on, like I said, my cousin wanted some socks, but looking at the yarn, I think it's a little too thick. They don't specify the yarn weight. It's 100 grams, but they don't say, and I'm not too good with knowing like what's DK, what's like, yeah, I don't know about that. It says size for medium. So I think that is what I use with Red Heart, I think. But yeah, I actually might maybe do a hat. I was actually thinking of some mittens. I was going to learn how to knit mittens with this, because the millimeters for the knitting is a size 9, which I have 5.5. That's what I was thinking with that. I'm definitely finding myself getting more into like smaller yarn sizes. Like I still am not too familiar on like the difference. I can definitely tell like, oh, that's big yarn, that's little yarn. That's kind of how I go off of it. But as far as learning like, oh, this is DK, this is fingering, this is blah blah blah, I'm definitely learning that. So that's gonna take some time. But yeah, I'm really, really, really happy with everything. With all my projects. Next week, I hope to make some progress on things so I can show you guys, maybe even have a finished object or two, and hopefully not crochet anything in between or cast on anything else. But with that, that is all that I have today. I am so happy to be filming this and to be putting this up on YouTube. I've been gone for a while. Not really going to offer any explanation. Just know it's hard to keep up with everyday life. But I'm going to try and post as much as I can. For everybody who is watching, thank you so much for tuning in today. I do hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that like button. If you have any questions about any of the projects or the yarns that I use, like I said, please check the description box below. I'm going to put everything in that description box, including the 2 tutorials from the Happy Loop. Oh, why do I keep forgetting her name? Alyssa. I'm sorry, girl. But the 2 tutorials I told you about for anybody who is interested in first sock knitting. With that being said, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.